see my man. Meet your man, left you for dead, huh?
Give me my check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a bad bitch. We
And give him mukbang, period. What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're finally getting started on Storytime. This is my first kind of story time on my channel. I did like a live story time, but that was about to mess up. Anyhow, so yeah, oh shit, y'all, it's hot. See, that's why you couldn't be naming shit after a plantation. There's a plantation right there. It's about 50 ducks. 50 ducks was coming for their reparations, period. Alright. So yeah, we're about to do a little ride with me while I get these extra duckies on the Sunday, period. So yeah, so I wanted to finally start my Storytime channel. It's been a long time coming. I have a playlist of over 4,000 story times because I just love them to death. I haven't watched all of them, but we're getting there. I'll be binge watching. So, what do we, okay. So this story time, I'm trying to see if I wanted to do it like chronologically, like from when stuff first started to this and that. So I said I'm gonna start like in the middle to where my life kind of changed for, not really for the worst or for the best, but it was a change that happened and it was centered around this big, huge thing that happened in my life, like having a boyfriend that was in jail. And I'm gonna call him Daquan because he already got the most he already got the most stereotypical name he could have for the circumstance, so we're just gonna call him Daquan. So Daquan was my boo or whatever. We had met, I don't even remember how we met, but I think we met at the mall. We was at the mall in A-Town. So this story time is like literally right before I moved back to Ohio, and I ended up having to spend my last 6 months of high school in Ohio. Weird, I know. Okay, so this event is what was centered around that and why everything happened. So, okay, so I met Daquan or whatever, and I think I met him in a group setting. We was talking, whatever. He was my boo, you know, he was the love of my life, the Lord. Okay, but the shepherd of my Lord, you know. So we get to know each other or whatever, and he wasn't going to my school. I want to say he was going to like an alternative school or one of those schools like that. But all his friends went to school there, so he knew everybody. It was like he went to school. So I had transferred to this school my 11th grade year. So 9th and 10th grade I went to a high school, and then 11th and half of 12th I went to a school, and then I moved to Ohio. The last 6 months I went to a school, but didn't very much know that. But anyway. So because he was at the school before and he grew up with all of these people, he knew everybody. And around this time, it was like all of those gangs or whatever, TNT, this and that, you know, all of that. So, you know, he was in that type of stuff. I can't remember what the name of his group was, but it don't matter, child. They was rappers, and like everybody was rappers. Okay. So we were dating, and his little sister also went to school with us, but she was like friends with that crowd too. So she was cool with me or whatever. Like, when did we go on our first date? I want to say we didn't even really have a first date, or maybe our first date was like to the movies or something. Yeah, our first date was to the movies. We would talk on the phone, and then he ended up getting locked up. And this is when we still had the ringtones, and I remember my ringtone because he had one wish. That was his ringtone. If I had one wish, he will be my boo. Promise to love you, want you to, you know, whatever. So, he ended up getting in trouble. I can't remember exactly what happened, but he was already in trouble. Like, he might have already been on trial or something like that. So, he was going to jail.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail! Period!
So he was, you know, he went to jail or whatever. And I don't know if I had already met his mom or if I met his mom when I went to go visit him in jail. Child, ghetto, okay, ghetto as hell. And that wasn't even my ministry. Like, I wasn't one of the ones that would be like, you know, fighting and thugging it out and doing all that shit. I was just a normal, regular girl, you know. So I was doing the most, even indulging myself in this lifestyle. So I want to say his mother, his sister, and maybe his stepdad or somebody. I don't know if it was his brother, but they had came to pick me up or whatever, and we was going to jail. So where his jail was, so say I lived in Stone Mountain or whatever, because that's where I lived, in Stone Mountain. Or Latonia. No, I lived in Latonia. So, they came to pick me up, and where his jail was like 2 hours away in Augusta. Oh, this is scary, y'all. I'm scared. It's like crossing a highway, bitch. I just crossed the fucking highway. This is so ghetto. Hold on, y'all, because I'm not trying to die today. This is scary. I'm scared. Okay, I think I could go now. Y'all, let me through. Let me through. Okay. That was scary. Alright. And I'll stay on this lane because now the motherfuckers are speeding up. Okay, so they came to pick me up. We drove 2 hours away. It was a cool little ride or whatever. Me and his sister was kind of cool, but I just kind of felt like his sister was like an op. Like, because she hung out with ops, you know? And it was like, these people, it's not like they was my ops. Like, oh, these are my ops. But it was just like, we wasn't meshing. Our friend groups wasn't meshing. So she was like with the gang side of the friend groups or whatever, and I was with like the, I don't want to say preppery, but just regular, like, you know, regular shit, regular ass shit. Okay, so we get to the jail, whatever. I see my man. Bitch, your man left you for dead, huh? So I'm seeing my man. And, you know, we just learned, that was my back. So we were just, you know, I don't know if we was like hugging and stuff or whatever, but we was just, you know, I don't know, like, what you do in jail. So, okay. So that's over, and I was so bewildered that my mother was actually down for this. Like, my mother went along with this ghetto ass shit. Like, and I couldn't believe it because she was the one, she was low-key kind of strict, but now when I look back, it's like she wasn't really that strict, but she was strict. So the fact that she let me go visit my man in jail, it's crazy. Okay, so moving forward, we go back to school or whatever. So it's this girl, I don't know if this girl who was his ex, I found out was his ex, and she was still cool with the sister in the friend group. So what we gonna name her? We're gonna name her Betty, which is kind of close to her name, but it's not her name. So Betty, okay, anyway. So Betty, I don't know if we were in the same class, but I would just always catch her staring at me. But when people stare at me, I'm not the one like, bitch, what the fuck you staring at? I'm just like, give you something to look at. Like, I'm just like, oh, I need to fix my lip gloss. Like, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna put on a show. Like, obviously you feel like you at a pageant, so you're gonna watch the beauty queen be beautiful. Like, that's what it was given. So she would always watch me or whatever, and I don't know how the fuck this shit went down, but it went down and it was crazy. So these are MySpace days. So we on MySpace or whatever, and I do not remember if people could like see you, or if you could see if they was watching you or whatever. But something happened where I just felt like it was some weird ass energy going around. So I don't know if the bitch was watching me, if she had sent me a friend request, or maybe she had just straight up sent me a message, because that's what happened. We ended up going the fuck at it in the messages, because it wasn't no DMs, it was just messages. So we was going at it all night, and then my best friend, that's story time, my best friend at the time, which turned out to be a crazy ass motherfucking bitch, but anyway, we're gonna get to that another time. So my best friend, she was lethal with her tongue, and she was a Leo, so when all that spills, we're gonna give it to Leo, because I'm not, and she was from Florida, so we wasn't really like, I wasn't really no dragger, roaster, or none of that, no bitter. I didn't do none of that for real. So she was like, I got it. Child, she was dragging the fuck out of this girl. She was just dragging her, toe tagging her. She was going the fuck in, y'all. Like, I don't even remember what she said, but she was just like, you dirty, hairy ass, like going in. So I don't know if the girl said we was gonna fight or whatever. I'll see you the next day. I'll see you at school or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. So my other best friend, we were all in a group together. My other best friend, she lived like around the corner from me. So and we're gonna call her Julie, because that's my nickname for my best friend anyway. So and she called me Cole. So I'm like, Julie, like Betty and her cousins and all of them, they been talking shit. We was arguing all night. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I don't know, like, you know, and I gotta ride the bus home by myself because they rode my bus. So I was like, I don't know, like, what's gonna happen? Like, you know, anything can happen for real. So we get to school, and I want to say it was like little whispers, like with her cousins in the pool, and I'm like, oh, that's her right there, that's her right there. And I'm just pageant queen, like, oh, yes, teacher, 2 + 2 is 4? Yeah, it's 4, yeah. So oh, go back to my best friend. So I can't remember if I went to her house that morning and I like rode to school with her, which is more than likely probably what happened because my bestie had a car, or if we just ended up seeing each other when we got to school. But regardless, she gave me a pocket knife, y'all. Yeah, she gave me a pocket knife. I was 17. Was I? Yeah, I was in 12th grade, so had to be 17. Having a weapon with me. So this was not no normal pocket knife. Like, it folded, but it was like curved like this. Like, if I found a picture, I might put that picture. So it was curved like this, y'all. So, you know, I folded it or whatever. I had it in my bag. I just, you know, I wasn't expecting to use it, but if anything happened and I was by myself, because I was by myself, like, it's not like I'm gonna be scared, like, to move. Like, I'm gonna do my regular shit. I'm gonna go to my classes, I'm gonna go to lunch. If I gotta go to the bathroom, if I gotta go here, there, I'm just going wherever. Like, and when you in school, your friends in class, whatever, like, everybody just can be hanging out all day. So I'm living my regular ass school life. I get on my bus, y'all, and I went to the back. And what about it, bitch? Went to the back. So I go sit down. Her cousins, which were 2 sisters, sat behind me. So I just sit there, and they just whispering like, yeah, she did this to Betty, and she said this to Betty, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what? Like, I turn around like, who said what to who? That guy said something like that. And they was like, bitch, blah, 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 blah. So one of them hit me. So we fighting, but we not even really fighting because the shit happened so fast. Like, it was just like, they were fighting me, I'm fighting back. But it's not like, bang, 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 bang. It's just like, kind of like, because it's not like no, it ain't none of that. So we was fighting in the back. So I fell. So, you know, like on the bus, like the last seat on the bus and the window of the bus, it's like a space, like probably about this big for real, in human size. And I was skinny. Like, I'm gonna show y'all a picture from my high school if I can find it, because I was skinny as fuck, y'all. Like, skinny as hell. Like, the same type of skinny I am now. Okay, make sure I ain't missing my exit. So, yeah, so I fell behind the bus. I mean, not behind the bus, but on the last seat at the bus in the window, I was behind there. And they were, like, over me. But, you know, those seats are really, really high. Like, standing up, they come to your legs. So, it's not like they, like, landed anything. And that's when shit went haywire, y'all. Because not even thinking, not even, like, assessing the situation, not even really seeing if I'm really in danger. I'm just like, I'm going to fight. I gotta go with what you know, bitch. So I pull the pocket knife out of my pocket, open that bitch up, and I start swinging, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Like, I just start swinging everywhere. That bus, it was like a episode, not an episode, it was like you was watching a fucking Matrix where everybody just, like, nobody got hurt. So everybody just kind of like, and the girl, Betty's brother, was also on the bus, but he didn't like jump in or nothing, but he was holding me back. Like, he was like, oh hell no, hell no. So he held me back. So I'm like this, like. So he holding me, he grabbed my arm and he held me back. So thank God, like he saved my life. He saved everybody's life. That nigga was a hero that day. He saved everybody's life. Cause this was not no little kid ass fucking knife. It was sharp as fuck. It was curved. It was cut. It was gonna carve out some organs, y'all. I'm not even playing. So now mind you, my bus stop was the first stop. So the bus driver, like the bus driver don't even give a fuck, y'all. The bus driver is riding. The bus driver is just driving, like la 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 la. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You know you look good to me. Oh, that look good.
He's just driving. So my bus stop is the first stop, and then I run off the bus. I hurry up and run off the bus, and I don't know if I went straight home. I think I went straight home, or my best friend was like meeting me at home or whatever, because she knew something was gonna happen. But it wasn't like, you know, back then where you could just text somebody real quick. Like I wasn't able to text nobody or nothing because I couldn't just pull my phone out. Like shit happened so fast. Like it literally happened as soon as I got on the bus. So I couldn't call nobody. I couldn't do nothing. Oh, so that's what I did. I got off the bus. I was like, Chewy, these bitches just jumped me. Pulled out the pocket knife. Yeah, what the stuff? Pop the trunk on the
My bag. Oh! I'm gonna pop the trunk. Oh! I'm gonna pop the trunk. Oh!
Bitch assholes. I'm really tapping into my inner ghetto fucking bitch, cause I was pop the trunk, pull up, like I'm just doing the most. So then I either went to her, she either came to pick me up from where I was at, she either went to my house or I went to her house, because her house wasn't far, I could walk there. So I'm like telling her what's happening, and I wasn't telling my mom, because at this time me and my mom had the most tumultuous relationship at this time. So we weren't even talking. Like me and my mom weren't even talking at that time. So I couldn't even tell her what was going on. So nothing happened. I did not get in trouble. I didn't go to jail. I didn't get suspended. Nothing happened. I just went back to school the next day. You know, the gangs, oh, that's her, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But they wasn't like trying to fight. Like nobody wasn't really trying to do nothing. And I wasn't really about to like jump up and do all that in their face or whatever. I just, oh God. Okay, I went back to, you know, start nothing when I'm by myself. So, you know, we went on about the next day or whatever. And I was nervous because I didn't tell my mom. Nothing happened. We didn't know, the principal didn't know. Like nobody knew what happened outside of the people who was on that bus and whoever they told. So I didn't tell my mom, but at that, like I was so upset about it. Like I was just upset that the whole thing had went down. And I don't even think I had got to talk to my boyfriend yet, because he could only really call me at certain times, because we forgot about him. we fighting over this nigga. He in jail. So what happened? I think, so at that time I started getting like depressed. I was really upset about what happened. Like I wasn't eating. I was losing weight that I didn't have to lose already. So my mom was like, what's going on? Like, so no, actually something else had went down, which I don't know if I should make that into another, it is going to be another story time, but I'll just tell y'all like how this whole scenario ended, and then we can get into that story time next time. So I told my mom, I was like, well, I got into a fight and this, that, these girls jumped me, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I told her I pulled up, like, I probably did, because I would always snitch on myself. So she was just like, that's crazy. Like, she was just like, no. Like, so, you know, I don't know if I stopped going to school at that time, but I know, like, within days, yeah, my dad showed up from Cleveland. And we're going to get into the next part after that. So, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like the video. We're trying to run these numbers up, period. So please like the video, share it. If you got a community wall, share it. Comment and let me know what y'all think happened after that. Yeah, like it was crazy. It was crazy. So that was like so when we get into the story times, we're gonna get into like what happened with my mom all of those times before that fight, because that fight was like the catalyst for like the separation, because it was just like, what the hell. So we're gonna talk about, like, I'm talking about runaway stories. I don't know if I'm gonna do the sneaking boys in the house story, but I might you know, get into a physical fight with my mom, all type of stuff, like all type of stuff. So we're gonna get into that later. But and then we'll get into what happened after that, you know, like having my babies, exes, when I left and came back, and it was so much, y'all. It was so much, because that nigga did end up getting out of jail. And you know, cancers don't cheat, we cheat back. So I'm pretty sure I started talking to other dudes at that point, because it's like, you're not about to be playing me and I'm not gonna play you. So that nigga ended up having a baby on me, like all type of shit. So we're gonna get into it though. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, because we about to get into it. We about to run it up, period. Cause alright, bye.
Shut down, Khalid. Philippe Patek.